Good morning. I hope you guys are having a great day. Chastity Snowden here with the FLA Movement. If you don't know what that is a nutrition coaching company. But it is also a place where you get your mindset changed, learn a permanent lifestyle change, learn about the foundations in nutrition. I've had a lot of people ask me, what does this all mean and what are you doing? I'm so confused. So FLA Movement was actually named after my journey through health, nutrition, also my journey to Florida. Oddly enough, I didn't plan it this way. This was definitely a God idea. F stands for fearless. That is a word that got me through 2017 when we made it to the regionals as a team and ended up getting 6th. And I thought that was going to be my last year to try to go to the CrossFit Games. One more place we would have been at the CrossFit Games, and that was with the Training Think Tank team. And I just realized there was a lot of things in my life that I was scared of. And Becky Conzelman, that created Faith RX, the word of the year for them was fearless. And it was just something that I realized I needed to work on. I needed to learn how to push and truly remember there's really nothing to fear. Just keep going after your dreams. So the F in FLA stands for fearless. The L is the less, fear, less. And then the A came about the next year. So I ended up making it to the games. But even making it to the games as a master's athlete in 2018, I realized there were a lot of things I was hiding in my life. I was very hidden when I was training for CrossFit because all I did was train and eat and train and eat. And it was an amazing experience. I learned so much self-discipline. I learned a whole lot about loving myself. But one of the things I still struggled with was eating disorders. I still struggled with the fact that my body was bigger than I wanted it to be. I still struggled with, as a CrossFit athlete, I ate a lot of carbs. Well, sometimes I would get those in not so healthy ways and take in a lot of Rice Krispie treats instead of eating, some rice or some vegetables. And with a background of bulimia, anorexia, exercise anorexia, kind of set me up to be able to go ahead and engage in disordered eating, even at a high level in a performance sport. And I knew I wasn't being honest with myself or with anybody else about that. And honestly, there was a lot in my life that I wasn't being honest about. I knew I wanted to create something big. I knew I had a lot to say. I knew I was very passionate about nutrition and helping people. And in the company I was working in, I couldn't do that. I had so many clients that I couldn't really help the people in a way that I wanted to help them. Because I truly feel like nutrition ends up being something that is a sedation mechanism. It's something that controls all of our lives. It's one of the hardest addictions out there I've found because you can't actually give it up. You have to indulge in your addiction 2 to 3 times a day sometimes. So I wanted to not counsel people, but just I can see the things that are happening in people's lives when I'm teaching them nutrition because I've been there. So I wanted to get really authentic with myself and honest with myself about what I wanted and what I had been doing to my own body so that I could get really honest with my clients. So after I figured out that I wanted to be authentic, and that was the word for the year, then I realized I needed to take a step and move and create what it is I actually wanted. So oddly enough, it came out that I was like, these are my 2 words, fearless and authentic. And what I realized is that's literally FLA. And about 10 years ago, I actually made the decision to move to Florida. I was just stuck in my life, needed to be in a place where I felt better, wanted to get off depression and anxiety medication and be somewhere where it was sunny all the time and people were wanting to get fit and wanting to be healthy. And my aunt gave me an opportunity to come down here and check it out, and also a free place to live. So I took a leap and moved. And 10 years later, my life was completely transformed. So FLA and movement actually stands for the complete transformation of my life. And we have, quite helpfully, have a dump truck coming by. So if you can't hear me, I apologize. But FLA movement is basically the pursuit of becoming fearlessly authentic. And I want it to be a movement. I want it to be something that people can be a part of. Inside the movement, I teach you about nutrition. We have our first course. It's called the Foundations in Nutrition. It's a 13-week course. And basically, you learn what you thought you were learning in all these other diets that you've been a part of. My target demographic is basically the people that have dieted over and over and over again. And they just feel so confused and lost, because that's where I was. I was pursuing health and pursuing getting better, but by the end of it all, I figured out that there was nothing that I could eat that I felt good about, and everything was off limits. There was always a time. I mean, fruit was off limits. Pastries were off limits. I had food sensitivity tests. Other things were off limits. You know, I was supposed to eat 300 carbs a day, or I wasn't supposed to eat any carbs a day. It just got really confusing, even in my own head, and I did this as a job. So I wanted to get back to the basics and teach people the foundations. Every diet's based off of it. So I tried to create something, and I believe I have, that basically will teach you everything you need to know to where I can be the last coach you ever have to pay. So that's our first course. And I'm actually releasing a course in December as well, if you can't be a part of one of our group coaching. The other thing I found is that nutrition game, it's a very solo game. It seems like everybody I know that starts a diet, all their friends aren't on a diet, or they start the diet together and then they create eating disordered issues together. But it's something where when you have people with you that are going through the same pains, the same struggles, it seems easier. And some days you don't love yourself enough to show up, but you'll love yourself enough, or love your group member enough to show up for them. So the group dynamic has been a game changer for most of my clients. And it's something that I figured out along the way with all of the hundreds of thousands of dollars I've spent in coaching myself to grow as a coach and become the best coach I possibly can be. I believe truly in coaching, so I invest in it on a regular basis. I have my CrossFit coach for over 6 years. I think 7 years. I've been through Wake Up Warrior, Awaken Athena. I have a brain coach, Bob Samara, been through 20 to 30 of his seminars. He's an amazing human. Amanda Melendez, Rise or Die program. Not to mention all the coaching I got as an athlete. I mean, mindset, money, fitness, faith. I've been through coaching in all aspects. So what I've done is basically combined all that, and I try to help people move forward in their life. So I actually wasn't planning on talking about this, but for some reason, the God idea just wanted to come up today. So if you're tired of being scared of everything, scared of all the foods that are around you, scared of, not reaching your results that you want, scared that you'll never get to where you want to go, I hope to teach you to be fearless, or at least to fear less. If you're tired of lying to yourself, you have disordered eating, food's an issue, that there's a lot of lies in your life and you're not authentic, even when you look in the mirror, then maybe something you might want to do is join the tribe, join the movement. Fearlessly Authentic movement is for everybody. This is not a company for the high intensity athlete only. This is not a company for the man that needs to lose 20 pounds. This is not a company for the woman that needs to lose 300 pounds. This is not only a company for clients that need to make weight for their fitness. This is a company that will teach you the foundations that every single one of those people will use in order to reach your goals. So whether your goal is to perform in an amazing sport, fitness, whatever it is, CrossFit, lifting. So whether your goal is performance or your goal is aesthetics and you want to change those abs, you want to finally find your butt, you want to just lose those pounds and finally have the body that you desire. Or maybe your goal is health. Believe me, I'm there, been there. If you don't have health, it's really hard to have aesthetics or performance. Usually that's what you have to go after first. Doesn't matter what your goal is, we can help you. Fearlessly Authentic Movement is here. There's a tribe of people that all know the foundations in nutrition, and my goal is to be the last coach you ever need. Hope you guys have a good day.